welcome to Seamless Asia Day 2. My name is Kathleen as your host. So before I introduce our next session, I would just like to remind everyone to be involved in the conversation. If you're watching on a computer screen, just look over on the right side and you will see the live discussion area where you can chat with other attendees and drop your questions to our speakers. And if you're watching on a mobile device, then the live discussion area is just underneath. Welcoming this session titled Increasing Cart Value with Embedded Insurance Through a Single API. The session will be moderated by the CEO of Southeast Asia of bolttech, Baldev Singh. Over to you, Baldev.
Thank you, Catherine. It's a pleasure to be here today. And good morning to everybody. As Catherine introduced, the topic of our discussion in this Terrapin live session is increasing cart value with embedded insurance through a single API. In a fiercely competitive e-commerce market, adding contextually and segment-relevant insurance protection products at a point of purchase not only provides additional revenue sources, but longer-term customer engagement opportunity. In this session, we speak with leaders from APAC e-commerce giants, Home Credit and Maya Bank, to unpack their journey to adding embedded insurance from a single product device protection or buyer insurance to adding a full insurance marketplace to a super app, all through a single API. I'm Baldev Singh, CEO, bolttech Southeast Asia, and today we will be hearing from Miroslav Sovjak, Head of Value-Added Services, Home Credit, and Mitch Padua, Group Chief Product Officer, Maya and Maya Bank Philippines. Miroslav, Mitch, may I kick off the session with asking you, for your thoughts on what was the driving force behind adding insurance to your offerings?
Yep. So good morning, everyone. And thanks for having me, Baldev. And nice seeing you again, Miroslav. So just a quick intro, I'm Mitch Padua. So I lead product for Maya and Maya Bank. And then maybe I'll give a brief background first on our company before I'll circle back and answer your question, Baldev.
Yeah.
So Maya is the all-in-one money platform that is powered by a unique integrated financial services ecosystem. So it targets different segments, whether that's consumer, merchants, communities like our agent network, and government agencies. Currently, these fragmented ecosystems with large, they have large addressable markets. And on the merchants and agent side, we help them start, run, and grow their business with a suite of tools that help them manage their business online or face-to-face. So whether that's payment acceptance with credit cards, QRPH, Chinese wallets or the local wallets, or financial services products like Maya Business Deposit, working capital loans, the ability to cash in and out, not only to any Maya account, but to any financial institution. Then on the consumer side, we've been growing our products with crypto and investments, savings and loans, forging intersections between our merchants and consumers as we continue to make Maya the all-in-one financial app. So we believe each ecosystem can grow in multiple ways, right? And we plan to expand these ecosystems with different products and services that unlock new markets and serve different types of customers. So now back to your question. What was the driving force behind adding insurance to our offering? Well, we wanted to make insurance accessible to all Filipinos. So in the last study of the BSP, only 1 in every 5 Filipinos actually were insured, right? So there is huge opportunity out there to provide affordable insurance. In fact, when we did a recent survey on our own consumer and merchants, they actually said that, the results showed interest in insurance, products and services when offered through our app. Now, for our consumers, they believe insurance is important for themselves, their family, and the things they love, such as their gadgets. For our merchants, they want to protect their livelihood, their customers, and their assets, which is why we rolled out Maya Protect. So we're providing this in sort of sachet form, and we're offering a variety of plans that cater to their needs, be it for their devices, their health, to calm their anxieties when they're shopping. With Maya Protect, we protect the underinsured students, our professionals, securing their health, income, and their most precious things. So at Maya, we want to ensure that they find protection whenever disasters or unforeseen circumstances come around. We're also protecting the breadwinners who want to prepare for life's uncertainties, and the entrepreneurs who want protection for their businesses, inventory, and their employees. So with Maya Protect, insurance becomes a critical part of the all-in-one and interconnected ecosystem for consumers and merchants. It's all about, protecting what matters most. Back to you, Baldev.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Mitch. Miroslav, perhaps your thoughts on the same question?
Sure. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for passing the word. First of all, I am representing Home Credit here. I'm fresh to the Philippines, being responsible for value-added services in the Home Credit as such. Maybe a little explanation. Value-added services are basically all services being added on top of the core value proposition of Home Credit, which is consumer lending. So everything with what comes together, it's called value-added services. Home Credit as such, you might know it, but anyway, we do have roughly 8 million customers already on the Filipino market. Out of them, 2.5 billion being active with us, meaning having an active loan open. And what's our strength? That's the distribution network. We do have roughly 8,000 sales agents around the country serving our customers. Now, coming back to the question, the main driving force of thinking of added services, specifically insurance, was delivering a better service to our customers, because we don't only want to provide a loan, a consumer loan, so that our customers can get things that matters in their life, but we want to provide also a security that if anything happens to a gadget that they bought, that there is a cover. If anything happens to them, as such, there is also a cover. So we don't only want to provide a loan as such, but we want to package it together with the insurance, so that we can say, look, it's totally safe to get it, and we make sure that neither you or the thing that you bought get hurt. So that's why the increasing value for our customers was the main driving force in it.
Excellent. I mean, like Mitch mentioned, 1 in 5 Filipinos is insured, and some other statistical data from PwC says that it's a huge market, almost $800 billion market out there in Southeast Asia, and Philippines is not in the same bucket. So there is absolutely great opportunity, Miroslav and Mitch. And I'm glad that we partner with you to distribute insurance to the Philippines market. Moving on then, Mitch, perhaps I would like to dwell more into what type of insurance protection journey is working best for your business, and how are you seeing customers engaging with these products, and what do you need to put in place in advance of that?
Right. So I think first what we've seen is that insurance in sachets actually works for our users, right? So they're predominantly young, they're underserved, and they seek affordable ways for them to protect what matters most to them. So for instance, we have Mobile Protect, which we developed with you guys in bolttech, right? So where users can purchase insurance for cracked screens and accidental or liquid damages for as low as 21 pesos, or about 40 US cents per month. So within just a few months, we actually saw a 145% increase in our Mobile Protect subscription take-up, right? When we launched the 1-month free first-time purchase promo. So we also launched Personal Protect, which offers health insurance for as low as 85 pesos per month that can cover dengue and COVID medical expenses. Now, as well as permanent total disability caused by accidents. Now, for this, we partnered with Pioneer, right? And based on our data, we saw that an 85% increase in new Personal Protect subscriptions just recently when the Omicron hit last December, January here in the Philippines. So staying relevant resonates with the market as people are continuously aware of their health and the situation around them. It's currently, again, the rainy season here, and dengue is also on the rise, right? So it becomes very, very relevant. Now, having said that, we are also making sure that insurance is embedded into the experience as much as possible, right? So the second part is really, it's best bundled with a complementary service or product. So insurance is usually like an afterthought. And currently, most people don't go out of their way to get insured until something happens. But at that point, it's actually too late. So there needs to be a way to make it as frictionless as possible. And as an example, we have Buyer Protect, which is the only shopping protection insurance provided at no cost for an e-wallet, right? With this, customer shopping online using a My account can get reimbursed of up to 8,000 per claim for any undelivered, incomplete, or damaged purchases from an eligible online sellers. So this one we partnered with AIG and using again the bolttech platform. Now, our users automatically get buyer protect as they buy goods and services via the PayMaya app. Now, buyer protect has complemented our growth marketing efforts, and it has increased our gross transaction volume and new users, right? So we saw like a 45% increase in GTV just on transactions covered by buyer protect. And we also saw about a 60% increase on new users for transactions such as online payment or even our in-store face-to-face transactions using QR or Maya card. So this shows that by bundling Maya Protect and when paying for your monthly items, that it actually embedding that in the user journey is very, very important. So the other one is if you think about bundling Maya Mobile Protect, right? So when paying for your monthly mobile phone bill or at the point of purchase of that new device, these are great examples in embedding insurance in the natural transaction journeys where it's contextual and relevant at the moment. So in Maya, we want to make sure that all products are interconnected to each other in a way that we will provide a holistic experience to our users. There's plenty of intersections where users can adopt insurance.
Lovely. Excellent. Miroslav, some of your thoughts in terms of what you are working on, and let's discuss a little bit on a short and long-term approach to adding insurance to home credit business. Traditionally we know we have sold or bundled device protection and a number of other insurances, and the journey ahead would be interesting to hear your thoughts on.
Yeah, sure. By the way, the short-term, long-term perspective is very interesting to not only to me but to us. I will explain. The bundled insurance, which is currently available, it basically means that like when the customer avails the consumer loan together with the device protection, for example, it takes 10 months in average. So the loan as well as the insurance is pretty much short term. The insurance is for 1 year, I know, but like it's anyway just such a short period of time for which the consumer is covered. And from a little bit different perspective, for us, it also means a short-term active relationship, and that's the point. So what I see in like moving forward with insurance and other services is that if we make to agree with our customer to take a health protect, for example, or a home protect, for example, then we build a relationship which lasts like significantly longer than just 1 year, and then we can like build on it. So to me, it's not only protecting the loan as such or the customer as such for the short period of our active relationship, but to provide a product which we can then like further build on and to create a long-term relationship with our customers. So the short-term, long-term perspective is also like driving us forward. And it's also then being about like choosing the right products in the insurance area to keep on moving. And they don't need to be bundled like specifically with the loan as such, but they can be bundled like with the purpose of the loan. As I gave those two examples, it's perfectly well working. If there is a purchase of whatever gadget as a part of the household, then the home insurance is very much on the way. So that's why for us, like building on the insurance area is important.
Excellent. That's interesting. If I may also check with you in terms of so far. What we are seeing that, and the topic is also about contextual insurance that goes along with the primary product as a VAS, right? But earlier on Mitch's comment about 1 in 5 Filipinos insured, it's a largely underserved insurance market, and historically insurance has been sold and distributed through traditional distribution channels, and both of your distribution channels are very innovative, focused very heavily on digital. Do you see that at some point in time in future you would be providing products and thinking on products that actually provides a wider insurance coverage, which is not just connected with your primary product? And how would that play out? And if any thoughts on what type of products you are looking at expanding your distribution to?
Definitely. You and Mitch are absolutely right. We also see the big opportunity in insurance as such. And as I mentioned, our strength so far is the distribution network, and it also brings some limits to place because right now we are pretty much saturated in terms of the physical distribution. Our 8,000 sales agents are like very well equipped with everything they need, and they are providing the device protection and loan payment protection very well. And it also means that there is not much space to add something extra on top. So that's why we very much believe in the online way. And we, by the way, we start building together the way to offer the health insurance, which is specifically the dengue. Dengue will be very soon, but the COVID cover for now in the mobile app. And by the way, our mobile app is very well used by our customers. We do have like more than 2 million active users. So we believe that this is the way, and not only that the customer can avail whatever insurance in the mobile app himself or herself, but I also believe in the fact that once we have it ready and well done, then we can provide it back to our sales agents, because it could be a tool for them to help sell like standalone insurance in the future. So I don't only see it as a like specific and separate online way of selling insurance. I see it as a tool that we might equip our sales network back so that they can like continue expanding their sales skills. So that's the way to go.
Excellent. Yeah. I mean, we are pretty excited in terms of partnering with Home Credit and enabling your distribution ambitions on insurance, and we see some interesting work emerge. Thank you very much for that confidence in us. Moving back to Mitch, to yourself on drilling a little bit deeper on terms of the long-term plans that you might have. You mentioned about health insurance. You mentioned about the contextual insurance. Do you see that at some point in time with the banking the initiatives that you're going to launch, you would also see insurance to be sold on a standalone basis because it's a highly underserved market, and we know bank insurance has been quite in force in mature markets, and it's emerging in developing markets as well. So any thoughts on that?
Yeah, sure. So I think the way we've executed on the banking side is really we've blended both the wallet features and the banking features into one app. So it's not a separate app, right? So now, as we do range sachet insurance within the payment side of the app, the banking side actually funds that with obviously an elastic spend, right, with the Maya savings account. So with the 6% interest rate, what we're seeing is that there is now primary use cases that are being pulled from the Maya savings account. So there is draw from the 6% interest rate that we're currently giving out. We're seeing a lot of funds going through. And with these funds, they're actually using it either on investments like our crypto use case, on insurance, either protecting themselves or their items. Having said that, though, as we launch, I guess, longer tenor loans, we're also looking at embedding like credit life insurance as part of that, protecting both basically their loan and as well as themselves, right? Now, on the remittance aspect of things, where we see inflows and outflows coming in from either the bank or our agents on the ground, we're also looking at remittance protection in terms of embedded journeys. Now, there's a lot more, I guess, in the future that we can actually do in terms of embedding all types of different products into our ecosystem. That can be for travel, as you make payments for travel. That can be food delivery, as you actually buy food from Food Panda, for example, or McDonald's or Shakey's. It can be for investments, and you know that investments at this current state is also very risky, right? You've probably heard about what happened to Terra and Luna just recently, right, in the crypto. So there's also opportunity in insurance in that space. And that's really what we're looking at, right? So we'll continue to enhance and improve basically our customer experience to make it easier for customers to avail of insurance as part of their journeys into these types of transactions.
Excellent. Very good. Yep. Thank you very much for that response, Mitch. Miroslav, if I can turn back to you, I know that historical, the distribution, as you mentioned, about thousands of your sales agents that you have in Philippines have driven the primary distribution of your, loan products. Digital is becoming very, very important, and particularly in the last 2 years. With COVID putting us all back into our homes, digital has taken a front seat, right? So how do you see that the online and offline CX integration for your protection and insurance journey, and how is that playing out for in future for you?
Yeah. To a small extent, I answered previously on like combining the online and offline by basically using the online tools also in the offline channel. So I will not cover that more. To me, online is definitely the future. However, I would like to point out that we need to learn it still, or at least as far as I see the online as well as the insurance market. I have a feeling that also the online market is not that developed, and so that there is a great potential for the growth. And I think the local market needs to trust more the online way, because I can still see that like if there are online services, they are typically like not 100% online. It's like with the delivery things, you order it online, but then you go and pick it up like yourself. There is a little lower trust in like delivery. You want to see the product, you want to catch the product, and that's the way to go. So to me, I'd like to see that we are like increasing the, let's say, trust in the online market as such. And by the way, providing insurance might be a nice way, because insurance you anyway can't see. So selling it fully online is one of the ways that we can improve not only the insurance market but also the online market.
Sure. And I think it's also very critical that when you go online, you're straight through processing and your distribution cost gets managed better, so that you can provide a more cost-effective solution to your, the potential customers. And perhaps,
exactly.
Yeah, so perhaps that's where you're driving quite a bit of your effort in that direction. And of course, with solutions like Maya, e-wallets and the banking solution, which are largely digital and electronic in nature, turning physical cash into digital cash would also help you in terms of enabling collection, seamless collection, right? So all of these things coming together, it's a nice environment emerging in the marketplace. Any other thoughts that you think you will be able to share today with us in terms of specific products other than personal accident, or perhaps the embedded insurance products that you have sold so far? Any other areas that you're contemplating to introduce, Miroslav, from an insurance products perspective? For example, you've done PPI, you've done embedded insurance on device protection. Other lines of businesses, anything?
Yeah. The fact is that like the options are wide. It's true that the insurance market it's underserved. That's correct. However, like practically all the products that you can imagine are available on the market. So it's not a case of that we don't have a choice. To me, it's more about introducing the health cover, the COVID insurance that we have just launched together. To me, it's about adding also the home content insurance at some point in time, and like to learn how to provide it as a service to a lot of our customers first. And once we achieve this point, only then I would like expand the number of products that should be available, because it's not only our customers, it's also us who needs to learn how to properly offer the insurance products online. So I would start with these two very specifically. Like if we succeed, then there is definitely a way to go further.
Excellent, excellent. Mitch, you mentioned about travel insurance, which is very interesting, remittance insurance, which is absolutely important and relevant. Buyer protection insurance, when your partners who are trading on your platform and customers who are trading is also very innovative. Perhaps this is for the first time that we saw something like that emerge in Philippines. How about, do you see cyber as a very important aspect of business in the context of things for yourself? Because people are going digital, and cyber, of course, it brings functionalities, but it also brings some risk exposures, right?
Yeah, so I think as mentioned a while ago, cyber is actually quite broad, right? And obviously in the crypto space, crypto being very volatile, we are looking at insurance coverage for crypto, right? Whether it's actually, a coin tanking or suddenly just disappearing and all of the wealth is lost, right? So insuring against that, whether it's an exchange getting hacked or your money getting lost along the way. So I think we're looking at insurance coverage over that. So I think there's opportunities there. But having said that, I think what we're looking really for is to remove basically anxieties of people, the fear that people have, and then just looking for places or areas where we can protect the things and people that they love most. So as long as we find that, then we'll try to get coverage for that. Excellent.
Okay. Very good. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you, Miroslav. I think we've had a good discussion, and we continue to look forward to supporting your efforts in distributing insurance products, innovating together, and of course, bringing the insurance exchange solution of bolttech that continues to power your ambition on distributing relevant and sachet insurance products in Philippines. Thank you for your time today. With that, I'll turn it over to Catherine to conclude the session today, and thank everybody who's been patiently listening to our thoughts here. Thanks a lot.
Oh, thank you so much, Baldev, for moderating this session, and of course to Miroslav and to Mitch. We've got great takeaways from this session. So to our audience who have questions, please feel free to connect with our speakers directly in this platform. Also, kindly do take time to visit the virtual exhibition area today, where you can see our sponsors' products and services. Thank you all, and see you in our next session. Have a good day. All right, bye.